Right, folks, welcome to another podcast with me and Tom. It's going to be great. We're going to get straight into the meat. Everybody wants to know the 2026 predictions.
I mean, I'm looking forward to this because I can remember way back when we were doing sport climbing trips to Spain, I think, and we used to make little predictions out there. And it was this fun little task where it wasn't like the whole wide breadth of all the UK trad climbers. It was just the people that we are kind of interact with a little bit. Maybe we watch their channels. We're somewhat friends of them, so we feel like we could predict what they're going to do each year. And it became this hilarious thing to look back over 5 years later and go, oh, we thought that would happen. And it was just so incorrect. But every now and again, it'd be an absolute banger. And
You'd pull a gem out.
Yeah.
You would go really far off-piste and you'd be like, no, Tom, you are miles out. But then it might not happen in that year, but then you look back 2 years later and you're like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
We've hit an absolute nail, a gem.
Yeah. I was actually having a look through a few of the ones that I had from the years that we did them before getting on this podcast. And oh my God, I had some chuckles about some of those.
So let's start with big predictions for the Big O. The Big O, for anybody who doesn't know who the Big O is, I'm sure you will. If you're listening to this podcast, you'll know. But it's basically Adam Ondra.
I'm going to predict a flash go on Empath.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I know. I thought I'd throw a curveball in there.
Okay. What the Big O is going to do. Crikey, what is he going to do? Project Big. He's going back to Flatanger. But it'll stop off at the profile wall on the way home.
Yeah, that's a decent idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I feel confident for that.
I'm going to go for flash on recovery drink.
Mm-hmm.
But, is he going to manage recovery drink? It's Adam Ondra, isn't it? Oh, is he going to flash that stab move? Is he going to flash the karate?
My next one, another big name. We should be watching him all year long, literally on his stories every day, even though he doesn't post every day. Connor.
Yeah, big one. Connor Herson, for people that don't know who that is, young American trad climber come through on the scene in the last 2 to 3 years. Well, he was known at age 15 for free climbing the nose.
Yeah.
But basically, like, trad beast coming through, really good.
What honourable mentions are we going to be making in
Honourable mentions
in 2026?
For Connor, where is Connor going? He's going to stay in the States. He's going to... the problem is, he's done everything. Okay, he's going to go down to the White Rim, because we're going to keep persuading him, and he's going to have a dabble on the crucifix.
Anything else? He's not just going to dabble on the crucifix.
Oh, yeah, and what else is he going to go down there? He's going to... I don't think he's going to get on Sentry. Not sure how psyched he is for that kind of stuff. But he's going to do... I think he's going to see Millennium Arch. So I think he's going to go the red point on Millennium Arch, like placing the gear, which would be a monumental effort on Millennium Arch. It would be monumental effort. But it's Connor we're talking about, so...
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to have the psych for that much rope logistics without another person also being psyched for the same line. When you think about all the cleaning and setting up ropes and all that kind of shit. I do think he's going to go down the White Rim. I know there's quite a few people going back down next autumn, and there'll be a good regular crowd of people going, so he'll be able to go and get lifts and psych down there. So, and I also know some people are going to the Crucifix Cave. So I reckon he does Lamb of God and does it in that style.
A red point.
Yeah, red points it. And I think he does Necronomicon, but no flash.
In a day?
Yeah, in a day, for sure.
In a day.
Yeah, it's just too classic. It's the one that I feel like everyone goes and does now as soon as they start going down there.
That would be a good flash, to flash that.
Yeah.
Next person then.
Who else do we have on the list?
Yerne. What's wildcard Yerne going to do?
I think he's going to have a year off cracks.
You think?
Yeah, he hasn't been hassling me as much recently. Yeah, he's been quiet.
Do you think? He's going... But is he not just kind of winter training?
And you think he might be brewing?
Yeah, he might be brewing. I think... I mean, he's definitely still in the esoteric game. Like, because when I watch his stories and stuff, it's it's all quite random. He's like, but that's yearning, isn't it?
It's yearning energy.
Yeah, it's yearning energy. And just like, oh, yearning's there now. Like, and he's in some bushy multi-pitch now. And then, now he's crushing on some like 8C plus sport climbing in Slovenia or something. Yeah, it's totally random. No, I think he's going to stay on the, it might not be pure cracks, but he's going to stay on the sort of big wall, cracky,
Oh, I've got it.
esoteric vibe. Yeah, go on.
He's going to go to Yosemite.
Oh, because he hasn't been yet.
No, he has been before, but if I remember rightly, I think the trip fell through. Did it fall through? I can't remember now. But I think he goes there and goes and does something. One of the harder big walls, like
he's going to do it. He's going to do a wall.
Yeah, magic mushroom or something like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually. We should predict you.
What I'm going to do this year?
Yes. Okay. My prediction is you're going to do your training. You're going to get like a little bit itchy to go and do something, like because you get a bit like that, a little bit itchy. You want to go and do something, and I think you're going to find a bridge.
Another bridge.
Yeah, because I keep seeing WhatsApp messages popping up about bridges still. So I think a bridge is going to come into your life. I'm not sure where. It could be in Germany. I think it could be in Germany. So I think another bridge in Germany is going to come into your life.
You've seen my travel diary. You know what's happening. What do you think Magnus is going to do this year?
What is Magnus going to do? I think he's knuckling down to the YouTube channel, isn't he? I think he's going to go big. Yeah, I think he's going to go for some sort of like bigger video, like the Swan Crossing. He's got a bigger video up his sleeve.
I think he's aiming for a Netflix series. I think that's his end goal. That's the finishing post.
Yeah, I mean,
and then he's done. He's retiring, and he's going back to
competition climbing. Maybe we'll go back to competition climbing.
I doubt that.
Okay, so you think ending a Netflix series?
Yeah, I think that.
Do you think he's going to get there this year?
I don't think he's going to get there this year, but I reckon he's always got a plan, Magnus, and that's sort of like that's the final boss of producing your own content and go further and further up. Is that you kind of get sort of semi-acquired by a series on something like Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever. I think he engineers his content to be more appealing towards that.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Or an Alex Honnold. I mean, he's going on Netflix.
Yeah, but he hasn't got his series, has he? Magnus is big.
He hasn't got his series.
Magnus is bigger than Alex.
Do you think so? Who's bigger?
Depends how you define big, doesn't it?
That's a question.
No, I mean, I know the answer.
Right, folks, that is just a snippet of the full conversation. If you were enjoying the chat of me and Tom giving our 2026 crack climbing predictions, then you are not going to want to miss the full episode. You need to head over to the Wide Boyz Vault. Just head over to the show notes of this episode and you'll find the link to take you straight there. Also, inside the Wide Boyz Vault, you're not just going to get the full podcast, you're also getting access to our private crack climbing community, a back catalogue of all our past newsletters with tips and tricks and crack climbing knowledge, plus some exclusive member-only discounts and a few other little extras. So click the link in the show notes and come and join us inside. I'm really looking forward to meeting you.
Because the old grades will fade. This is the way I'm climbing in the Czech Republic.